Okay guys, I got a little video for you guys. As you've seen in one of our previous videos, we cut up a bunch of pumpkins and carved out the insides. What we have left over are the pumpkin seeds. Now, you know, some people will save these for their garden, or some people use them in cooking or whatever, right? What I like doing with them is I season them up and I use them as, I end up eating them. Kinda similar to sunflower seeds. So the first thing you need to do is go through all the seeds, and what you're wanting to do is pick out all the seeds, separating the seeds from the orange stuff. After you've got the seeds separated out of the orange, you know, to your liking, you can get rid of the orange. Once you've got all the seeds separated out of this stuff, then we'll go ahead and give them a good old seasoning up, and then we'll go on to the next step. So guys, I'll go through all these seeds and separate them, and then I'll give you guys another update then. Okay guys, so once you've separated the seeds from all the little orange stringy stuff, you can rinse them one more time if you want. You can fill the sink up with water again and you know, go through them a second time and see how much more of that orange stuff you can get out of it and everything like that. But you know, I think we'll call it good. We'll give her another you know, another rinse just to make sure. Because, you know, you always can pick something out of it, right? But guys, as I said, she's all rinsed and everything like that. She's good to go. So what we'll do is we'll lay out our trays, and we'll give them a good seasoning. And okay guys, some people put pumpkin seeds on you know, like trays and stuff like that, and put them in the oven to roast them. Some people have other methods to dry them, you know. One of the most common ones, as I said, was in the oven. That's how we used to do them when I was a kid. But I picked up a dehydrator here. I've had it for quite a while. So what I'm going to do is lay them out on the trays. I got 4 trays. And I have 4 different flavors of seasoning. Okay guys, so pretty much you just take them and you lay them out on the tray. There are going to be some that's going to fall through, of course. But what we'll do afterwards is we'll pick those ones up and we'll put them on another tray. So you want to kind of spread them out like so, not too much on the tray. You don't want to have them too close or nothing like that, but of course you want to have them, you know, so you get enough on a tray that makes it worth it. So you just go around and you pretty much just lay them out onto the tray. You know, you don't need to get fancy at all with your methods. You don't need to get any more complicated than it already is. You know, dehydrating's been around for quite a while. It's not like it's something new. It's an interesting way. It's kind of a similar method to how they make beef jerky. Some people smoke it, some people, you know, dehydrate it, some people have other methods. It's kind of a way of preserving, you know, it for in the future or stuff like that. Some of the spices you use are pretty much just dehydrated, you know, items, right? Okay, so we pretty much have all our seeds laid out. I'm just going to go around and fill in some of the, you know, bare type spots. Okay guys, so we have them all laid out and everything like that. Our first flavor up is dill flavor. It's pretty much just your popcorn seasoning. It's nothing really too, you know, fancy or nothing. So you just kind of sprinkle it out over the seeds. You know, you don't want to get her too heavy, but you want to make sure you have enough on that you know, it does its seasoning job. So once you got that one all done, of course, you move on to the next one. And our next flavor is the good old dollar store garlic pepper. Just our good old dollar store garlic pepper. So of course with that, you just sprinkle it on just like you did the dill. And that's one thing nice about having them wet is the seasoning will stick to the moisture a little better. And then our next flavor is just your run-of-the-mill, you know, it's table salt, right? So we'll just put some of that on there. And after you've done that, we have the good old garlic powder. We'll just sprinkle that on there. We'll just sprinkle that on there like so. And then again, I said you don't have to get all you know, fancy because of the moisture. It'll hold the seasoning in place. And so once you got all your seeds, you know, laid out and seasoned and everything like that, you will put them on the dehydrator and plug them in. And it'll take a little bit, probably a few hours, and it should dehydrate them down, pretty much dry them out, and then we'll be good to eat them. Okay guys, so once you've got the seeds on the dehydrator, all you need to do is plug her in. And then you just put the lid on and pretty much wait. There's no real set time when you're dehydrating something. Pretty much dehydrating is what it sounds like. You're removing the moisture out. You want to remove enough moisture out that it's not too moist, but yet you don't want to take too much out so it's dry. But depends on what you're dehydrating. The moister it is, the shorter the, you know, shelf life of the item is. So, you know, if you're making something like beef jerky or something, you almost want it to be dry because the longer it'll keep, right? But so we'll let the stuff dry a little bit, and I'll give you guys another update then. So guys, being our dehydrators are full, we're going to try it the way it was done when I was a kid. So we'll take our seeds and pretty much just spread them out on a cookie sheet or, you know, something like that, right? So you spread them out, you know, again using the same idea as the dehydrator. You know, not too thin, but not too thick. And then you season them and put them in the oven. So for these ones, what we're going to do is we're going to season them kind of like an all-dressed type of deal. We're going to season them with all 4 of our seasonings that we had. Like I said, combining them with salt, dill pickle, garlic powder, and garlic pepper. Well, that's pretty much her for the seasoning, guys. So what we'll do is we'll preheat the old oven, and then we'll stick them on in there and let her bake. So you preheat your oven to 250 Fahrenheit, and once she's warmed up, you stick your seeds in there. Now the recipe, if you want to say, pretty much calls for an hour and 10 minutes of cook time. So we'll let her cook, and then we'll check back in about an hour and 10 minutes. Okay guys, so it's about halfway through our cook cycle on our pumpkin seeds. So we'll just check in on them, making sure they're you know, all okay and everything. Pull them out, kind of give them a bit of you know, a stir around, make sure there's nothing burning, you know, no real big issues. So we'll push that one tray back in. That first tray looks okay. Then we'll check on the top tray here. So the top tray looks fine as well. So we will close it back up, and then we'll check back again in probably another 15-20 minutes. Okay, so just a little update on the pumpkin seeds. In the dehydrator, they were working, you know, it was working fairly good. What it was doing is it was dehydrating them, which is what you wanted. But as I showed you earlier, I did some here that were in the oven, and they're pretty much dry, you know, and as well as crispy brown. So what I've done is I've took those pumpkin seeds and I've put them in the oven on the cookie trays, just like I done the other ones, and we'll let them kind of crispen and brown as well, just to give the desired result. So guys, we'll wait a little bit and we'll check in on these later. Okay guys, there we go. As you seen previous, I took them out of the dehydrator and I put them into the oven to give them kind of a golden crisp type look to them. And they turned out fairly well. So guys, thank you for watching Maxwell's World. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.